Welcome to our next episode of Conversations Over Coffee. I'm Nancy Hafner, one of your hosts from Willmar Early Childhood Family Programs. And today we have with us Mari Klebe, who is the office manager at Prairie Woods Environmental Learning Center. Vicki?
Hi, Nancy. Thank you for inviting me to this.
And thank you for agreeing to do this with us. We're going to start with a little bit of temperature information, something that I came across while reading. It said, on days like today, Mari, it's recommended that there are temperature guidelines for being outdoors with children, and when it is not safe to venture out. They're saying that 20-minute durations are recommended from 13 to 30 degrees, and 13 and below limit any sustained activities. That's from a source, A Healthier Michigan. We've been lucky up until now to have many outdoor days. Haven't we, Mari?
It has. The winter has really cooperated with being able to get outside, which has been really nice since, of course, we've had to social distance and things with COVID-19. But yeah, it is really important to still take those steps when it is warm enough to get outside. It really is beneficial for everybody's health.
Yes, and just, it's doable. I think if you just layer up and know that you have to dress for the day, that it is doable. Could you expand a little bit more on what you were just speaking of, the benefits, the physical benefits, the emotional benefits, all of the benefits for children as well as adults in general from being outdoors?
Yeah, there's several studies out there that show that just stepping outside is beneficial to our health in all of those ways. When you go outside, you move differently. You tend to, the ground is uneven and things like that. And when you're talking about early childhood, you have those large motor skills that really the outdoors are the place that can, that you grow those muscles and grow those motor skills. But for everybody, outdoor walking, outdoor exercising is a physical benefit. There's also just the mental benefit of literally clearing your head. You step out that door, you take a deep breath, you get that fresh air, and that fresh air literally just helps your head clear. It helps your lungs clear out. You don't have all that recirculated air. There's benefits there are studies that show that having children play outside actually helps them with problem-solving skills. Mm-hmm. We always think of maybe the physical aspects of it, but when children play together outdoors, they play together differently than when they're playing with toys indoors. And that helps with a social emotional benefit of being outside. And outside doesn't necessarily have to mean the middle of the woods. It can mean your front yard, it can mean your backyard, it can mean your local park, it can mean a walk around the block. All those different places have different benefits because you're moving differently, you're interacting differently. I know this time of year, sometimes you spend more time getting the kids dressed for the outdoors than you can actually spend outdoors. But take the time to do it. The children benefit, they sleep better. There are sleep studies that show that. And with the younger ones, just talking to them while you're doing that. Say, oh, what's cold? Oh, is the snow cold? You throw the snow up in the air and talk about, oh, the snow falls. The snow is falling from the sky. Look around, point out the differences. The leaves, the trees don't have leaves this time of year. Oh, where did the leaves go?
You could be an advocate for one of our platforms that we have here at Jefferson School, Talking is Teaching. That is spot on to what we try to encourage parents to do in their natural environments. Talk and sing and experience wherever you're at. So you did a beautiful job with endorsing that program. So thank you, Mari.
Sure.
What are some of the activities that could be shared by families out at Prairie Woods?
Sure. We've definitely seen a large increase in the use of our trails. Our trails are free to the public, dawn to dusk. Come out, take a hike, take a walk. We have 4 miles of fat tire bike trails. So if you have your own bikes, you are welcome to use those. If you don't have your own bikes, we do have rentals available, and maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later. But you can come out to Prairie Woods, walk the trails, walk the road, free of charge, easy for everyone to do. We also do have, some families have taken advantage of a yurt that we have. So a yurt is a large canvas tent. It has a wood burning stove inside, and we do rent that for the day for $50. So if you want to make an adventure of coming out, but you don't want to stay outside for 8 hours long, you can rent the yurt for the day, eat your lunch, have a campfire while you're there, use it as a warming house, go walk the trails, maybe try out cross-country skiing, and have that space available for your family to use.
A little sample of outdoor living, huh? Frontier style? That's
Right.
Wonderful. I did not know you had those. That would be a wonderful experience for a daytime.
Or
So
nighttime if you're really adventurous. If
You can do it
spend the
overnight
night
as well, huh? Okay. Yeah, oh, wonderful. That's something we definitely have to check out. I have not done that. So those families that are not familiar with Prairie Woods Environmental Alerting Center, can you just take a minute, Mari, and share a little bit more about the facility, the location, hours, and maybe, just how it came to be?
Sure. Prairie Woods is located just west of Spicer, where we have a little more than 500 acres of prairie and woodland and wetlands. And we're located just off of Lake Florida. We don't actually have lake access, but we're on the Lake Florida sluice, so lots of wetlands. So unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to come into our main building and see. I'm sitting in what we call the tree house right now, where we have lots of different taxidermied animals and things like that. But like I said earlier, the trails are open dawn to dusk. Anybody can use them. Going back to the history a little bit, it is owned by, the property is actually Candioi County property. Prairie Woods is a 501c3 nonprofit run on the county property. So it's a really neat partnership between the two organizations. And we typically will work with groups on a reservation basis. So a scout group or a school group or a church group, a youth group will give us a call and say, hey, we want to come out and do some environmental ed and some team building. So that might be, a group might do the climbing wall, do a mammals class, and do an outdoor survival class. And we'll have instructors that work with the group and take them through these different courses, of course, mostly doing as much outdoors as we can. With the pandemic, that kind of
that's changed everything. Yeah,
that's changed things. But we haven't. We had families that have called and said, "Hey, we're looking to do something different. We've been at this for a long time now. What can we do at Prairie Woods?" Give us a call. It might be just renting equipment. You can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, Scandinavian kick sled. fat tire bikes. In the summertime, we have kayak rentals and canoe rentals.
Wow.
So it might be as just doing a rental, or it might be, hey, our family has wanted to, we would love to do an outdoor survival course. Can you do that with us? And we've done that with families, which we haven't traditionally done in the past, but it's been really fun to see that way. We've done quite a few grandma camps this past summer.
There you
where
go, Nancy.
Grandma has the grandkids for the week, and what can grandma do? Well, grandma has given us a call, and we've figured out what we can do with her family.
I have learned so much today. I've been out to Prairie Woods multiple times, but I did not know how many things that you offered for families. So just to let everyone know, again, make sure that this is correct. The activities that you've talked about, the selection of the activities, schedules, prices, signups, and so on, that's all online. Is that correct?
Right. We have our email, or our website is prairiewoods.elc.org, and you can always call, and the phone number is on the website also.
And with limited hours, I'm sure you just leave a message and you're great about getting back to people.
Typically, yes.
All right. You know what, Mari? I am so excited to try some of these new activities, some things that I've not seen. So what do you say if we just go outside and take a look? Let's head outdoors.
Sounds great.
Well, Mari, I've not seen the fat tires yet.
Yep, this is our first winter that we're actually renting the fat tire bikes. So we're kind of in the learning process of how to groom the trails and things like that. But all the equipment rents for the same rate.
So $10?
It's
That it's too cold to be outside.
Well, Mari, thank you for taking the time to visit with us today about all the great things happening at Prairie Woods, and for joining us for our episode of Conversations Over Coffee.
You're welcome. Thank you for asking me.
Bye-bye.